Okay, good morning, sisters. Well, this is all about guilt, and specifically ancestral generational stuff that I've been carrying around for a really long time, and I wonder if you have any of this yourselves. So I'm not sure if any of you have immigrant, humble beginnings, but my family, my parents, my grandparents immigrated to Canada, and my mom and my dad actually, when they were young, very young, to Canada during the war years and World War II. I'm not 95. Anyways, so I grew up as an Eastern European immigrant family, really learning the value of a dollar, learning what my family did to come here with nothing, learn a new language, get jobs, and build houses. And it still makes me emotional to think of it, because that saying is, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but it's such a powerful saying, and I wish I could give credit to whoever said it, because they're brilliant. But let our ceiling be our children's floor. Let our ceiling be our children's floor. And this quote is going to play out, and you'll understand why it's so powerful. Well, other than hearing it to my little story today. But anyways, I have lived with what I've associated with as shame and guilt for wanting to create all that I have dreamt about in my life. And for most of my life, actually until yesterday, I carried this shame around that, because my thought was, how dare I want all these things for myself and for my family and for the world that I'm trying to serve, when my family couldn't have these things. And so it was like this limiting belief, if you will, that really, because it was all around, I'm not worthy of this, I don't deserve this, and I can't have this. And one of the best things, I am so grateful to God and the universe and everybody that I rely on in the divine realm. I'm so grateful for the coaching that I've learned. And one of the most powerful lessons I learned as a coach was the power of a reframe. A power of a reframe, a reframed way of thinking about something. And if you can find a powerful way to think differently about something, it can really give you a lot. It can give you a lot in terms of freedom, liberation from the shackles of something that doesn't really serve you and may not even be the truth. So I talked about in my last video about the power of journaling, and I was journaling on this subject, and what I was journaling was how I feel so guilty and so deflated and depleted by this belief that I can't have and should not have. I should not have what I most dream for. And the beautiful thing that happened during this journaling session was a powerful reframe came in, and it was the picture of a relay race. And I'm not sure if you've ever run a relay race or watched a relay race, but you know, a relay race is, there's usually 4 runners running around a track, and the first one runs the first stretch, and then they hand the baton off to the next runner, and hopefully they don't drop it. And then the next runner runs to the third runner and they pass off the baton, and then the next one. Sorry, it makes me emotional to think of it. Not because I'm a passionate runner, but because I think of the analogy of the world's history and generational handing down. And this image is so powerful to me now. And so what I started to realize in my writing was, hey, what if my family, my beloved grandparents, my beloved parents ran the best they could in their leg of the race? And what if on a divine soul level, they completed their contract perfectly, right? They did everything they needed to do. It didn't have to look like my experience or my journey. What if they did exactly what they needed to do and it's all perfect? And what if they handed it off to me for me to take it the next step further? And what I will say to you is that was amazing, because then I realized that quote, let our ceiling be their floor. So what if the beautiful, stable, and I'm not saying perfect, but the stable economic life that I was born into, I wasn't born into a time of war, and I'm deeply grateful every day for that. But what if the stability they were able to create for me was their ceiling and it's my floor? So now I can run the next leg of the journey. And what if, more emotion, what if, because of the beauty of what they did for me, that I'm now able to go run a really freaking awesome portion of my race, of our family's history? And what if my running it really well, and kicking some serious, you know what, right? Slaying this thing, slaying all the dreams. What if that, instead of being shamed, is in fact an honoring of all that they did for me, right? Because I'm able to bring it forward so much so that my daughter's going to have an amazingly elevated floor to start from where I left off, right? So anyways, I won't apologize for the emotion. I won't apologize for how long this took me to get out, because I feel like it's really important for anyone who's experiencing ancestral shame or guilt about having more than their ancestors. And who says that one is wrong and one is right? But as I thought this to myself, it felt real and true. And I thought, this so serves me so much better than the other. Because the truth of the matter is, my family was born in a time on the planet where some of the things that I'm going to go do just weren't possible. Technology wasn't there. The abundance on the planet wasn't there. It was a time of war on a world level. So the beauty and the gratitude I feel is I'm born in this amazing moment on the planet's history to go run my leg of the race. And because my beautiful family made such a high ceiling for me to start on that is my floor, I can go do that so well. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run a damn good race. And yeah, I hope that serves you, sisters. We don't need to feel so bad about ourselves and about all that we aspire for. And I'll tell you, these two changes, yesterday's change on how I was feeling about the things that were bringing me down in terms of my patterns, and this, I feel so much lighter and so much more excited and so much more purposeful and so much more passionate. And I want that for all of you, because you are big-hearted mamas and you're serving so many, and you have the opportunity to inspire and role model so many. And I want you to do that from your very best place. So, forgive my panting. I was trudging up a little hill here, and I just hope this serves you wherever you are, whenever this finds you, and know that you are so loved. I'm sending huge, massive hugs to all the mamas in Ontario and Canada and around the world, because you're beautiful and so important. Go run your awesome race. Thank you. Bye.